Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, it's Gita here. So today we are going to listen about grammar again. We are learning a brand new tense, the past perfect tense in English. We will look at the structure, the form, and the most importantly, the use. So when we put the past perfect tense on a timeline, it would look something like this. It's really essential for first of all, the events happening are in the past and they are finished, completed, and second of all, we must have two events in the past. That's because event 1 will use this tense, the past perfect tense, and event 2 will use a simple past form. Now, the past perfect is nice and simple because there's only that one reason why we use the past perfect tense to talk about the first of two past events. But I will also point out that we can use stative verbs in this tense. So first of two past events. But I will also point out that we can use stative verbs in this tense too. So as I have already said, when we have two events, both finished and both in the past, the first event, so the furthest back event, is the past perfect tense. And we use this tense to express that one event happened before the other. Of course, if we have two events happening at the same time or only one event, we would not use this tense. We would use different past tense instead. For example, when we arrive at the cinema, the film had already started. The past perfect tense had already started. Tell us that the event happened first and then after we arrived at the cinema. She moved to Barcelona after she had graduated, and we have never tried sushi until yesterday. You can see if I put these events on a timeline, it shows us very precisely which event is first and which event is second. Just a note that we can use stative verbs with the past perfect tense. I had such as like, I had known her for a long time before she died. We had liked her until she was rude to us. I had always wanted to visit France, but then I heard some bad things. So let's review the form of the past perfect tense. We are going to take a nice simple verb to read. So first we start with our subject. Then we use the word had, which you can see is exactly the same for every single subject. And finally, we use the past participle form. It is a little confusing because read is exactly the same is in it is past participle form, but the pronunciation is read. I had read. You had read. Let's take another regular verbs. For example, travel. I had traveled. He had traveled. In English, remember, we are super lazy. We don't always want to say I had traveled. So instead, we push those words together. We insert a contraction, and here we are going to push the subject and the head together. So we end up with I traveled, you traveled, she traveled, it traveled. Difficult pronunciation, right? Yes. It traveled, we traveled, they traveled. Now, in the negative forms, all we do is insert the word not, and this goes in between the had and the past participle. I had no read, you had no read, and we can contract those two parts together in the negative. Hadn't. I hadn't read, he hadn't read. Question are nice and simple because all we do is flip the first verb, which is had, and our subject. And of course, we can insert a question word at the beginning too. What had you read? Why had he read? Why don't always need a question word? So we can just ask as a yes or no question. Have I read? Has he read? And when we do ask this yes or no question, we can respond with short question, which is yes. Yes, I had. Yes, he had. Or no, I hadn't. I had no. No, she had no. Which is we can contract. Which we can contract. No, I hadn't. No, she hadn't. So that's everything you. So that's everything for you need to know about the past perfect tense. So I think that's enough from me. I hope you understand what I say. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.